What's going on YouTube? This is North Carolina Shooter again. Got a little project I've been working on. Had a little pistol that was sent to me from a family member from up next to Charlotte, North Carolina. I was told this gun wouldn't shoot, wouldn't cycle reliably. Yes, it's a Jennings J-22. If you're familiar with the firearm world, you know what this is. If not, this is well known as a very cheap, inexpensive 22 long rifle handgun. It does take a removable magazine. I believe it holds 6 rounds, maybe 7, I'm not sure. I have to count here in a second. But these are not known to be exactly reliable. They've had some problems. But I have come to the conclusion with this little handgun that it had just not been shot enough, and possibly some of the ammo that was used may have been regular bulk pack stuff. Now, since I've taken it apart, given it a good cleaning, and got out here and made it shoot, yes, I'd have to you know, clear my malfunctions and just continue to shoot a couple hundred rounds. It has started to come around, and I've gotten it to reliably cycle bulk pack stuff here. I got a little Ziploc bag that I've got some Federal bulk pack, some Winchester bulk pack in, and I've also got the infamous CCI 22 long rifle mini mag here, 36 grain, copper plated hollow point. Usually that's what I would run in something like this, just to give it, you know, the 22 long rifle's got to have enough tail behind it to cycle that slide. Cock the hammer, eject the shell, and bring a new one in. And sometimes, once again, if you're familiar with firearms, with the 22, you'll know that some of this bulk pack stuff can be very inconsistent. It's not gonna, some of it will misfire, some of it will, just the sound. You can go off the sound. If you've got a 22 rifle, load you up a bunch of bulk pack stuff, shoot it, listen to it, and then load you up some CCIs, shoot it, and really pay attention to the sound, the report you get from that round. And you'll see that some of these, one will sound like it's got a little more powder in it than the next. Even at your point of aim, your point of impact, excuse me, your point of impact on your target may be a little lower with one of these, and a little higher with another shell from the very same box. They're just not very consistent. But with this little handgun, the more I shoot it, the more consistent it gets. Now, I'm making a video trying to show this. It'll probably jam on me 100 times, but if it does, I'll show the ammo problem. Put CCIs in there and it will not jam. Now, I'm not saying it can't. It's a semi-automatic handgun. All of them jam, even Glocks. Yes, people, Glocks jam. Not very often, but they do jam. But with the CCIs, I have not had not one malfunction with this. Now with the bulk pack stuff here, like I'm loading, I have had some malfunctions, some jams. This is Winchester Super X here. Cheap stuff. See what this is. Same thing. Got some Federal in there. A little bit of everything. But it may cycle these great. It may not. You never know. That's the problem with these kind of handguns. It's not something you want to depend on. You don't want to use this as a defensive tool, because it may not be there for you when you need it. I'm going to put on some earplugs here, and we'll take a few shots and see what happens with this little thing. Like I say, guys, it may shoot, it may not. Okay? It really has a mind of its own. This is the bulk pack, just a mixture, Winchester, Federal. See what happens. Now, I have noticed too that when you're holding this pistol and you try to rack the slide, sometimes your finger right here will press the magazine, this little lip, cock it sideways, and it won't bring a round up into the chamber. I have to take my finger off of this and kind of hold it like this to cycle it. That's just how it is. I mean, we're talking about a $60 pistol here. So let's see what she does. Like I say, it may cycle beautifully. I actually hit something. shot does great. Like I say, the more I've shot it, and after a good cleaning, I have determined that maybe it just needed to be broken in. Some of your newer high quality handguns, they say in the manual, you need a 200 or 300 round break-in period. I think that's a little crazy, but that's what they say. Maybe this gun just needed to be broke in. It's shooting fine for me. I'm gonna load up a few mini mags here and shoot them. They are more reliable by a long shot. I have had quite a few malfunctions with this gun with bulk pack stuff, like I said before. But with the CCI mini mags, I have yet to have any type of a problem at all. It has been 100% reliable with CCI mini mags. Some people may find that hard to believe, but that is the truth. Not the first malfunction with CCI. Let's take a few more shots here. Now this gun too, because of its size, if you try to hold it like a full-size handgun and get a high grip on it, you can see I've got a fat hand now. You can see that my hand gets up next to that slide and it will stop. Now with only the 22 shell to force this slide to the rear, the slightest little bit of resistance here from your hand will cause a malfunction. I don't care what kind of shell you put in it. I grip it down low like this, which is unusual for me. It's kind of awkward, but that's how you have to shoot this little handgun. But this is the CCI mini mags. Let's see what we can do with these. And I found that I can't hit much of nothing with this. See, I can tell a big difference in those rounds. Cycled them beautifully. Like I say, guys, I have not had any problems with CCI, only the bulk pack. Load up a few more of them. After a couple hundred rounds, this thing has worked beautifully. It's a fun little plinker. Like I say, this is not anything you want to depend on. I would not lay this on my bedside and expect to use it if somebody broke in my house. Now, yes, it's a 22. No, it's not gonna knock a full-grown man on his tail immediately. But I don't care who you are, somebody starts shooting at you with a 22, more than likely you're gonna turn around and go the opposite direction. So don't sneeze at a 22 for personal defense, but don't use a Jennings. Get you a SR22, something like that, a nice Ruger. You might could get away with using that for personal defense. All right, this is some Federal Winchester bulk pack, a mixture, a little bit of everything. See what she'll do. Perfect. All right, there you go. It's a Jennings J-22. You got to keep it clean. I can do another video on how to take this gun apart. If you'll do a quick search on YouTube, there's quite a few videos on these, how to take them apart. Not very difficult. All you do is press this circle piece that is around the firing pin, pushes in. When you push that in, this slide will simply lift up and pull off of the lower receiver of the handgun. The magazine needs to be out, and you can clean it from there. Decent little plinker, nothing to rely on for a defensive situation, of course not. But if you want to get out in the backyard and shoot some cans, this is great if you can hit anything. These sights are kind of robust. They don't really seem to work too well. Point of impact and point of aim is about a foot off. I'm aiming way low on that target there to get impact, and I still can't hardly get impact there. It's just so far off. But hey, for a $60 pistol, it's kind of hard to complain. Even if it does jam here and there, that's part of it, guys. Thank you for watching, North Carolina Shooter. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know the routine. And we'll see you on the next one.